Hey guys, Mr. Cooper. This video is going to show you how to run through one of my lessons on virtual business. All right, so at this point, you should have taken the pre-test. All right, you should have taken your reading quiz and your math quiz. And one of the things that you'll notice is as you complete assignments, the next one opens up. So when you finish the reading quiz, the math quiz actually opened up for you, which then led you to some of these other items. Maybe you have a math concepts reference. If you click on it, a new window will pop up. It'll show you a couple of math concepts. If you want to go through the simulation tutorial, you're welcome to. But if this is the last thing that you see on your list, let me tell you, it's quite long. And I'm about to give you all the basics that you need right now. Okay, so this will take you about 45 minutes to actually click through. What you want to do is just X this out. And now you should see your first lesson appear for you. All right, it'll see reading quiz. It'll see reading. The reading quiz will open after you open the reading. The math quiz will open after you finish the reading quiz, and then the simulation will open after you finish your quizzes. Okay, so it's a progression. You have to go through the progression in order to get to the actual simulation. All right. Right now, I'm looking at my business management classes. The first lesson happens to be recruiting, resumes, and hiring. What you would do is open up the reading. We'll talk about this in class. You'll have an opportunity to run through it, but there's some vocabulary here, and there's some explanations of how these things work. For my classes, you're able to use the reading for your quizzes. So what I would recommend doing is dragging this to the side of your screen, just like that, and then running your quiz, your reading quiz, on the other side. So you would build kind of a side-by-side. And then you can use this to help you answer some of your reading quiz questions. Okay, and likewise with the math. If you get to the bottom of your reading, you'll see that there's actually some math examples that you'll see in the math quiz. All right. These quizzes are much shorter than the pretest. Pretest, I believe, was 20 questions. These are 10 questions apiece. Now, when you get to the simulation, all right, after you complete the reading quiz and hit submit, after you complete the math quiz and hit submit, you'll get a simulation. The simulation will pop up a new window, and it will put you into a scenario, a business scenario. Now, it's really important to follow directions here. I'm going to blow this up so it's the only thing we see. It's really important to follow the directions that you see on the side, and then I'll give you a couple of keys and some tips and tricks for you, all right? So you want to make sure that you read everything in this left-hand column over here. This is your instructions, all right? So if you don't read this, you're going to miss, the steps that you have to take, what it is that you're actually trying to accomplish, what it is that you're doing, all right? So in recruiting, resumes, and hiring, in this lesson, you will learn about recruiting and so on and so forth. Right, you're running a bicycle manufacturing business. There are 3 welders that you need to replace. Well, at the bottom of this, and we're going to hide tools. At the bottom of this, you'll see next. All right, so here's next. Let's start by recruiting on the website Greg's List. Sounds familiar, right? This is a free job posting site. Click Actions, Recruit Employees. So anytime that you see a bold term in the instructions column, it means that you have to do something. So click Actions, which is top right. And we're going to go to Recruit Employees. Now, this is for this particular simulation, but all of them run in the same fashion. They'll tell you what to do. You're on the tab under Greg's List. Under job title, you can select from 9 different jobs. We need a welder, okay? And you'll go through this. Create job posting. Click OK and close. Actions, hire employees. So in the middle of these simulations, you're going to see that you're going to get questions, multiple choice questions. So if I create this job posting on Greg's List, I will get applicants. How many did I get? All right, and the answer. I'm not going to click through these just now because you're going to be taking this soon. The last step, you can see there are 10 steps here. The last step is open-ended. All right, and the important thing is to understand you have to attempt the open-ended. So if you come in and you submit, just the multiple choice questions, you're going to score an 80. It's not going to count. All right, so you have to attempt the final question. It's open-ended. It's going to use the information that you saw in the simulation, and this is for every simulation. All right, so in this case, we're recruiting employees. You're going to have to go out, recruit employees, and create a productive environment. All right. Once you complete that, if you reach your goal, the simulation will stop. It'll say congratulations, and then you X out. If you hit submit early, it will not give you the points for the ultimate goal. All right, so you want to make sure that you're working towards the end. even in the open-ended, it's going to stop for you. Follow the instructions, follow the skills that you learn in the simulation, and then it'll stop for you. Now, if you make a mistake along the way, all right, multiple mistakes really, but if you make a mistake along the way, there is a way to reset this. And if you made it this far in the video, then I'm going to give you the trick. Under File, you have a Restart Lesson option. All right. I request that you don't abuse this. One of the rules that I have this year is that I will not be resetting lessons for kids. All right. So you need to take your time, put in the work, make the effort. And then if you need to, you can restart the lesson so that you can reach your goal, right? You should not be coming out of this with 40s and 50s and you're completed in 5 minutes. What that shows me is that you didn't really make an attempt, okay? This is going to take a little bit of time. There's some reading. There's some actions that are required of you. I want to make sure that you guys do your best. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in class. But that's a pretty basic rundown of how the simulations run. All right. Good luck.